You work. You get paid. The money disappears. You work again. Sound familiar? Good. That means my plan is working perfectly. Hi, I'm CEO Failure. And today, out of the pure generosity of my evil heart, I'm going to walk you through the 5 magnificent mistakes that keep people like you exactly where people like me need you to be. Broke, tired, and showing up Monday morning no matter what. Now, before you close this video thinking you're too smart for this, let me stop you right there. Because every single person who has ever made these mistakes believed they were too smart for these mistakes. That's literally part of the trap. You're welcome. Mistake number 1, treating your credit card like it's your money. Oh, this one is my absolute favorite. You swipe, you feel powerful, you buy the thing. You feel great. And then 27 days later, the bill arrives. And suddenly it's a problem for future you. Brilliant. Future you is absolutely not going to enjoy that. Here's the thing nobody explains to you. When you carry a credit card balance and pay only the minimum, you're not paying off your debt, you're feeding it. A $2,000 balance with a 22% interest rate. Paid at minimum payment, you'll be paying that off for over 8 years. And you'll pay nearly double the original amount before it's gone. That blouse, those shoes, that weekend trip, they just got twice as expensive and you didn't even notice. I've built entire vacation homes on this mistake alone. Keep it up. Mistake number 2, spending your raise before you get it. Now this one is pure poetry. You find out you're getting a promotion, maybe a 15% raise, and before the first paycheck even hits the account, you've already upgraded the car, maybe signed a lease on a nicer apartment, subscribed to 3 new things. Because you deserve it, right? You worked hard. Economists have a name for this. They call it lifestyle inflation. I call it my retirement fund contribution. Because here's what actually happened. Your income went up, but your expenses went up faster. So even though you're earning more, you're saving exactly the same amount, which is close to nothing. The hamster wheel got bigger. You're still on it, running faster. Mistake number 3, having no emergency fund. This is the one that separates the people who recover from setbacks from the people who spiral into debt because of them. And I love the second group with all of my cold, calculating heart. Here's how it plays out. Something breaks, the car, the furnace, a medical bill. Something normal, something completely predictable, because life breaks things. But because there's no emergency fund, the only option is the credit card. So now the debt grows, the monthly minimum grows. There's even less money to save, and the next emergency finds you in an even worse position. Financial experts suggest keeping 3 to 6 months of expenses in an accessible savings account. 3 to 6 months, that's it. Not invested, not locked, just sitting there, waiting for the moment everything else breaks. But building that cushion requires not spending money you already planned to spend on other things. And that, my friends, is apparently very hard. Over 60% of Americans can't cover a $400 emergency without borrowing. 60%. I didn't create that statistic, I just benefit from it enormously. Mistake number 4. Never reading what you sign. People sign things every single day. Rental agreements, phone contracts, credit card terms, gym memberships. And the vast majority of the time, not a single word gets read. You scroll to the bottom, you click agree, and you move on with your life. Confident, unbothered, completely unaware of what you just agreed to. Inside those documents, automatic renewal clauses, variable interest rate triggers, cancellation fees, arbitration agreements, early termination penalties, pre-authorization for charges you won't even remember agreeing to. These aren't hidden, they're right there in the terms, the ones you didn't read. I do, and my lawyers love people like you. Mistake number 5. Waiting for the perfect moment to start investing. And here we are, the grand finale. The mistake that costs more than all the others combined, not because of what it takes from you, but because of what it never gives you. Here's how the conversation usually goes. I'll start investing when I pay off the credit card. Then it becomes when I get the raise, then when the kids are older, then when things calm down, and things never calm down. Because things don't calm down. Life doesn't offer a quiet Tuesday afternoon, where suddenly everything is handled, and you can finally start thinking about the future. You have to start in the middle of the chaos. Here's where the math is the cruelest part of this. Someone who invests $200 a month, starting at 25 years old. With a 7% average annual return, we'll have around $500,000 by 65. Someone who waits until 35 to start the exact same habit ends up with less than half of that. Same contribution, same rate, 10 years of difference. $250,000 evaporated into thin air. Not because they spent it, because they waited. Time in the market, that's it, that's the whole secret. Boring? Absolutely. Effective? Catastrophically, for me at least. So there you have it, 5 mistakes. 5 ways I stay comfortable while you stay stressed. Treat credit cards like free money. Inflate your lifestyle. Skip the emergency fund, never read what you sign. And wait for the perfect moment that never arrives. Now, here's the part where I remind you that the audience watching this is not the audience these mistakes were designed for. You watched, you learned. You recognized at least 2 of these in your own life. Don't lie to me. And that recognition, that's the beginning of the end of my plan working on you. The moves are simple. Pay more than the minimum. Save before you spend the raise. Build the emergency fund, even if it's slow. Read the contract. Start investing now, not later, not when it's easier now. I'm CEO Failure. I teach failure so you can learn success. And I'm deeply disappointed you made it to the end of this video.